My story, as you heard in the video, my story is kind of long, but I'm working on a book detailing the full stories of my incident, including the ups and many downs of my comeback journey. It's going to be a must read, trust me. But until that book comes out, this is my story. Well, you already heard most of that story. I just closed from work that night. I walked back to my place because I live on the same compound as the company. Just my house is at the back. I walked back outside to call my mom to check on her. Then I walked back inside the house. About 20 minutes later, I ate some food. About 20 minutes later, I heard some more bangs. At first, I thought some security, because they come and check on me, but these bangs were different. Once I realized that someone was trying to kick in my door, I locked the door. I had burglar bars on the inside of my door, so I closed it and I locked it, hoping that would prevent them from getting in before I could get help. I went back to the house and I called the police that usually escort me, but the line was busy. I kept calling, but the line was busy. So I stayed back in the same room, hoping that and praying that they wouldn't bust my door down so I could get help. So they kept kicking, and eventually, they bust the door down. And like I said in the video, about 4 or 5 of them entered. And one guy really threw the TV down that I was watching, like he was mad about something. And when I saw the gun, I put my hands up, and then that's when he said those words. That's when he said words I'll never forget. You're going to die tonight, right? And then he asked me, okay, where's the money? So I pointed to where the money was, but I knew that it wasn't, it's just a few $100s, which is nothing. And I know that they must think that I have access to thousands of dollars being a big company. So I told him, listen, I can take you to the office to get you as much money as you want. Just don't kill me. But that's when he said, no, shut up. Get down on the ground on your hands and knees. And from that moment, I knew, okay, you didn't come for money. You came to kill me, like you said initially. So I did what he said. I got down on my hands and knees, and I closed my eyes, thinking like, I'm never gonna see my mom again. I'm never gonna see my dad again. I'm never gonna see my sister. I'm never gonna see my friends again. So I thought I was gonna blow my brains out. And I don't know how long I was unconscious, but I was all of a sudden regained consciousness. But I was on my back. When I realized I was on my back, and when I realized I was on my back, I tried to get up, but I couldn't get up. I tried to yell for help. I couldn't yell. I didn't know what was wrong with me. And then all of a sudden, I heard a car pull up to my house and some voices. So I thought they had come back. So I pretended like I was dead, like I'm sure they thought I was. But it turned out it was the police. So the police, once they saw me on the ground, they picked me up and put me in the back of the truck. And that's the last thing I remember until a week later when I woke up from my coma. To be the hardest worker in the room, outwork your competitors, which in this case would be other teachers and educators in different schools and school districts. Outwork your colleagues, outwork your friends. Basically, what I'm trying to say is anything you do in life, do it to the absolute best and be the hardest worker. There's no excuse for anyone to work harder than you do. If that's the case, that means you didn't want it bad enough.
Mm-hmm.
As I like to end my talks, all the glory and praise goes to God. Thank you. But wait. I got one last key for you. This last picture sums up my story with one word, or picture I should say. Ready? Ready? Yeah. Man. Thank you for your time.